Hey guys, welcome back to ArtosisCasts. We're continuing that Stork deep dive. A little bit more. A few more games. In the bottom right, we have Stork. We're on Radeon this time. And in the top left, we have Rush. I think it's pretty well agreed upon that Rush is probably a little bit better than Sharp at the moment. We've definitely seen some games from Stork against Sharp. We saw Stork against Maid. Yeah, that game was actually really good, the Stork versus Maid game. But yeah, let's see how he plays against Rush. Rush, I think, adds this other element where he's very good in every direction and uses dropships a bit more than almost everybody. So that harassment definitely can be a little bit of a pain. So yeah, cross spawn, we'll see what Stork wants to open up with. And of course, on Rush's side, I would imagine it's a factory expansion. We're not seeing too many gaseous expansions right now, but we'll see. So guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Really appreciate you guys. Please like the video. Please check if you're subscribed, because still, we kind of maintain that number of about half the people who watch are subscribed. And of course, spread the word. Brood War is doing great. I think the games are getting better and better. Metagame is always shifting, like, really heavily. And, yeah, it's just it's a good time. So thank you. All right, it could be a gaseous expand. Let's see. No, never mind. Not the quickest gas he could have taken, but, yeah, a little bit of a forward barracks here, which is fine. Probably put, like, a depot here is my guess. Stork is actually going Nexus first cross spawn. So the strongest build order that exists currently. Let's see if he crosses scouts cross, or is he going to go north? Yeah, I guess he is going to cross spawn scout. So this is going to be a pretty big advantage for Stork overall. We don't know if Rush will box scout or end scout. Normally you end scout. N, of course, being like the letter N, like that, if that made sense. Whereas box scout is where you just make a box around the map as you scout. So, yeah, the cross scout here from Stork will allow him to do a very greedy version of Nexus first. That factory was not super well optimized. It was not quite as quick as you want. There's not very much potential for attacking, and it looks like he will box scout. I think the timing of the probe he might have looked at. You can kind of feel it over time. You play more and more StarCraft, and you're like, the timing of that probe. I get that feeling a lot where I'm like, I think that came from cross spawn and it's a Nexus first. Just the weird time that it comes up. But he'll get down here and see this. Now let's see if he continues to queue up. Oh, he's going for it. He's going to bust. Okay, he comes up. Now it was a gate gas core gate. So it is technically 2 gate, but like you treat this like 1 gate. Now it's cross spawn. Okay, so here, let me try to actually say this in a better way. I don't want to just assume that you guys understand every little piece of lingo I'm saying. So basically, if you go 2 gates before the gas and the core, you can't break that cross spawn. It just will not occur. If you go like gate core gas gate, sometimes you make zealots, sometimes you don't. Now if it's close spawn and you see a build like this, you only need to send 6 SCVs, but this is cross spawn. He's actually sending 9 SCVs. So like he is really serious about breaking this, but look at what Stork has done here. He's made a full wall. The full wall has made it really difficult sometimes to bust. Now there's no Dragoon range yet, so he's not really able to get up there and punish this at all. But this buys a lot of time for Stork, where you're not making a bunker, you're not forcing him to fight, he's mining extra minerals. And look, he's getting what damage he can. He brings his probes up, they're ready. Throws another gateway down. Gonna start blocking here with these probes a little bit. No, actually just drills them into the main base. Okay. Now, there's a small chance he can save the Nexus still. He hasn't taken a lot of damage on these goons. And you can see he's picking everything off as quickly as he can. If he can get the SCV count down to like below 4, he might save the Nexus. It all has to do with repairing. So 2 Marines. Okay, he has 4 Marines. So it's going to be a full bunker. It's going to be You know, the vultures, the bunker will kind of spread its damage. And it actually can reach that. So that's actually helpful for Stork that the bunker reaches this because it gives him more time. So he's got 5 Dragoons to attack. You need 1 SCV per Dragoon to stop it. He actually has 1 loaded that I don't think he recognizes because... Oh, and he picks off a very hurt one. That's very, very smart. So range is about to finish. Now, if you get up to 6 here for Dragoons, you can step forward and start picking off SCVs, and you might be able to save it. But you can see this is very smart by Rush. The way he's brought his Marines and Vultures to the side to target this down. He has 5 SCVs to repair against 5 goons, so he's got enough. He's popping these out, actually, to take additional shots, but Stork is not buying it. Just hitting hold position will fix all that. Robo, as well as another pylon. More goons are coming out. And actually, okay, yeah, he does have the mines, and he brings these Marines up. He's going to sack a bunch of these Marines to try to lay mines in good positions. Honestly, I don't think that was the best play from Rush. That never works. Everyone tries that. It literally never works at any level. It's like... Okay, he's brought a siege tank down. This is actually something Sharp likes to do quite a bit with his Nexus buses, to bring a tank and try to micro, but I don't know. He doesn't have that many mines to fall back to. But he's actually microing really well. Stork, being careful about this. I think it's worth the steps forward to kill this. Oh my god. Okay, he ends up getting it, but that was super wasteful. Like, he needed to actually just step forward with an extra one. Now, if there had been more mines here, that would have been even more successful. But the Marines coming out, trying to pick off what they can here at the end. He's going to run with the SCVs, it looks like. And we'll take a look at the actual state of this in a moment. Ooh, the mine. Oh, my God. Stork has lost so much. Okay, now it's time to assess where we're actually at. Okay, 29 workers to 25. So the worker advantage goes to Stork, and he is mining more because it's still one base, one base. The command center is not quite done. Defensively, he's got a few mines here. He's picking off the Zealot. That's actually pretty important. Stork is getting ready to take a 3rd base. So, like, this is normal. If you break out of the containment, you instantly take 2 Nexuses. It's either that or you go all in, and the all in almost never works. Now, looking up at Rush's base, he's going to 3 factories very, very quickly. He's finally now mining from here. This is not as bad for Stork as it looks. And it could have been a lot better for Stork. It's actually, as I was mentioning, it's super dangerous to try to bust cross-spawn Nexus first, even when it's a little bit greedy. And as you saw, like, Stork almost had potential there on, like, maybe holding, you know... obviously, he had more workers there at the end and everything. And he definitely did not execute well on the Dragoon micro there at the end as well. So, definitely some things went extra wrong for him. Now, Vulture speed on the way. I've actually liked that lately instead of Siege, which is really weird. He's killed enough goons, though, that I feel like it kind of works. So, he's going 3 factories. So, it's definitely going to be some heavy pressure. And what Stork is going to want to do from here is consistently make units and block everything off. He's going to have Reaver. You know, we already have the first Reaver out with the shuttle. And plenty of Dragoons. He wants to put some extra pylons, put a couple pylons here so that the Vultures can't just run in and kill all the probes. Because Rush is going to be pushing out and, like, looking for, like, misplaced Dragoons, little ways to get in and all that. He's getting very fast Vulture speed. Anytime you see a 3 factory that looks like this with 1 add-on, it's mostly a Vulture-based attack. Like, the tanks will poke and prod and help, but it's mostly about trying to get the Vultures around and in. Very good pullback. This was a good idea from Stork, by the way. If he gets a good Scarab there, the push is almost over already. So he's got those 2 additional pylons there. Pushes these Vultures back. Ooh, eats a mine. Okay, decent shot. He took some big Reaver damage, though. Decent shot. More Dragoons coming down. It's a tense moment right now. Rush is getting siege mode. It looks like he might come around and try to siege over the bridge, but if he does that, you just have to clear this area and come in from behind. Now he's going to try to go over the bridge, but more rallies are going to be able to come up onto the side. Gets a very good Reaver Scarab. Reaver is forced to be picked up. And Stork... He's got to get forward. Oh my god, that siege. It's actually working out pretty well. Oh wow, great pickup there. Going to get a nice Scarab. Oh my god, just slams it. Another little piece of the push, since he is on 3 factory rush, trying to keep this aggression high. But a full wall there. And I think that's the end of the aggression. Like, I don't think you can get very much more done. Ooh, he actually gets that Reaver. Like, I guess you can still push at the front a little bit, but the siege chain count's really, really low. And we're on 4 gates, so it's like 4 goons at a time. Oh, gosh. That's no good. Ooh! The mine hits are just insane. Mine hit after mine hit after mine hit. It's these little things that Stork is never precise on. It never has been. It's just not in his skill set. All right, more factories being added. Going up to 6 factories. Placement of them. Sharp-esque. Very, very far apart. 2 screens worth of macro. Stork right now just consistently getting out of his 4 gates. Oh god, these vultures. Gonna walk into some more mines perhaps. Yep. Yep. This is where you're like, okay, I've taken the lead as Terran. That particular one, it was still pretty even, pretty close. But that little run in there, the mines hitting, the extra probes killed, definitely gives an advantage here to rush. And I think his follow-up is basically perfect. 100% you want to do a massive factory follow-up. In fact, I don't think he should make another worker. Yeah, throw down a few missile turrets, get an academy. Academy is actually important because, like, one of the only ways this could ever fail is cloak. Like, whether that's DTs or he's, like, trying to get up to Arbiter or something like that. So I think as long as he... Yeah, and there's the academy. He did start it. Where is it? There it is. Okay. So, yeah, right now it's all about, for Rush, just kind of getting up to a critical mass that he feels will give him the win via the push. Now, on Stork's side... He has shuttles. He has Reavers. He's going to have shuttle speed. So there is some counterplay, but ranged Goliaths are going to make it hard to actually get too much done with these. So Zealot legs are going to become absolutely key, right? So there's 2 different types of pushes that you can do early against Protoss. One with Goliaths and one without. The vast majority of players prefer the Goliath-based push. Flash prefers no Goliaths in his push. He wants a faster push. The Goliath-based push is more likely to be stalked by Speed Zealots, whereas the non-Goliath-based push almost always hits before Speed Zealots. But the shuttles can do more against someone who doesn't have Goliaths. So there's like a lot of give and take on both sides. Now the 2 shuttles flying up. Little bit of harass here. Just get rid of that SCV that was maybe making the next base. Of course, that allows Rush to go way further on the map. If these Reavers had been in front, he has to be a little bit more careful about that. So instead of slowing him here, Rush is already in the center, laying some mines. Observers are following him. Only a couple Goliaths with this army right now. Where are the other ones? Oh, they're coming. Okay, there they are. Zealot legs not quite done. Oh god, he needed to wait just slightly longer. Okay, drop some of these out. The Zealots are all clumped up here in the front, unfortunately. That was a really good Scarab. He needs another one there. Oh, perfect. Excuse me. Dude. That was really well executed from Stork. I actually did not think he was going to break through that. I'm sometimes a Terran doomer, but like I did not think he would break through that. The Zealot legs were just barely not done, so it felt like an anti-timing, but he nailed it. The Reaver micro was superb. He had just enough Zealots. And suddenly we have like a really interesting game on our hands. Vulture's going to run into this third base. There is a cannon there. There are some Dragoons here to kind of slow that as well. I think, yeah, he just gets out. He's going to start his own third base, but the fourth Nexus is finished. So obviously that's going to make this a little bit tough. It's going to be 4 bases mining as the third gets started. Now the factory count is really decent. In fact, he's going up to 7. Oh God, he's almost out of minerals here. Ooh, that's a really good catch, getting a lot of probes. Quite a few. We'll lose some of these vultures, though. Yeah, definitely hurt the economy a bit there. Important moment there for Rush. But Psystorm is on the way. Seems like a good position overall for Stork. Like, playable here for Rush, but good position for Stork, having that 4th base up. Now, this is not a situation where I would necessarily say take a 5th right now. I'd be actually very interested if Stork did that, because I think he's, on the fundamentals, he's maybe the best in the world. Like, on, like, oh no, this is where you take a 5th or something like that. And it looks like he is clearing this area, so he might have it in mind since the 3rd base is finishing up. But I kind of feel like if you just mass up and get your Psystorm and make a nice arc, it's going to be really difficult and you're going to be able to make Nexuses. But he's going to do it. Dude, all right. That's awesome. I feel like I might be learning something new here. Because this is, yeah, like, you know me, I'm always saying take a 5th base as Terran gets their 3rd. But yeah, there's something about this position that was making me kind of doubt it. It's like he had just lost the probes. He's just getting into Psystorm. The macro is just picking up. And there's no real way for Rush. Like, Rush is basically going to be on 2-base mining. So it's almost like the only chance Rush has, I think, is hitting a follow-up timing push. But Stork seems to think that he can just get this up without any problem. Or, well, I mean, obviously there's always some problems, but yeah. We'll see if that's going to be the case or not. Move out here from Rush. Not surprised at all to see that. Again, I think this is his one real way back into this. Or to a victory. Not back into it. He's kind of been in it the whole time. 2 shuttles here. Very hurt one with Zealots. Very unhurt one with High Templar. A lot of Vultures. A lot of Siege Shanks. Let's see here. No probes at that base as of yet. All right, here we go. Psystorm's going to be coming out of this shuttle. Yeah, it really decimates the tanks on the right side. I don't know if he has enough Zealots to break through here, especially with these doodads. They're blocking a lot of his army movement there. Okay, decent last Psystorm. Makes the Archon just out of range. Needs more Zealots. Yeah, here come more Zealots. Got a lot more supply, but don't forget, he's up over 20 probes, so the supply is closer than you think as far as army goes. DT into the fray. Ooh, that Psystorm just absolutely brutal. Really well done game. Really well done game. I did not think Stork would stop the push in the center. Wow. GG. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.